Okay, there's a tool that I had to make because someone stole my other one. So it's just a piece of sheet metal that you cut out, deburr it. Put a hole in the end where that goes. Take a long Allen, weld it to it, and you cut off the Allen, and then you go like that. And we see how we have some room that we can shorten it up and still be good because it's not all the way in. So this is really flexible, so you can bend it around to clear things. The one they made before was probably twice this thickness, I think, or at least thicker than this, probably 50% thicker than this. It was still pretty flexible, but anyway, this you're not going to twist this out. The strength in this is the width here, not the thickness here. It'll twist on you if you're not too careful. But as long as you hold it square, it'll do a lot of torque. I TIG welded the Allen in there. Hopefully it doesn't lose too much heat treat because I have no control over heat. And hopefully it doesn't break. Oh, that was the stainless bled through. That's why the Allen didn't go down all the way. Yeah, it should have went all the way in. That's the stainless steel. It bled through. Too much heat, so I need to come back and deburr that away, and then I can go in deeper yet. Faulty welding job. It's hard to get good welders.
Exactly.
All right, now I'm gonna see if it works. So how can you get this in here? Underneath, on the top.
It's up. There you go.
There's no ratchet on this, though. This might take a while. Too thin. Feel I bent the piss out of it.
I feel sick.
But I didn't break it, though. I did bend it.
There you go.
So, it needs to be
Can you
thicker than
see?
whatever this material is, because this is the only piece of material I had laying around. So it needs to be double the thickness. It does bend easier though, so you got more. You can bend it real easy.
Right.
This one has a lot of glue on it. This one here doesn't have a lot of glue on the back one. So this will take about an hour to get out like this. It's not as fast, that ratchet.
No.
And the pressure I'm pushing my finger, I'm bending it, see?
Wow.
It's dark in here, ain't helping. It does go a little quicker when you can see, but not super quick. The thinner you make this, the higher the more you can unscrew the bolt. Now at this point you can put a pair of channel locks on there and unscrew it with that. If the bolt wasn't full of glue, you can use your fingers. We're about as far as we can go right now, so I can't pull it out anymore. So we maxed out. That's as far as we can go. Can't pull it out any more than that. Can't get my fingers in there either.
Needle nose.
No, I use channel locks.
Mini channel locks. I got some that are super thin channel locks. Yeah, I got a pair like that. Napa sells them.
Yeah, but the other pair is missing. We're missing the other pair.
What are your toes am I missing?
These ones are the broken ones. They don't work on big diameters. I went too hard and I broke
Oh,
a
wow.
tooth off, so I don't have any, and that's what we're going to need right now, probably. So
Mm-hmm.
I got enough fight to make it work. So my other pair is not here. I don't know where they're at. They might be in the back. I use them on the FXR in the back for smaller stuff. Still can't get to it.
Those damn gaskets worked. They're
Yeah, they
thicker.
do. So we're right up against the rocker box with the frame right now. That's as far as I can go with that. This might be loose enough to just unscrew it with this. Nope. Yeah. There it is. Get the right curve. Problem is this is in the way of your angle.
You come from the outside? You can't get down on it.
You have to figure out what one flat is.
Right here. The motor mount. I took these bolts off.
Yeah,
Right
I know.
here.
I don't
And
want
that
to take. I don't want to take the motor mounts out.
I had to.
That's why I spent an hour making.
Oh, I
it.
know, I know. That's why I cut
Right.
my Allen. I didn't have a choice. I had to drop the motor down.
You shouldn't have to.
I know it's real tight. I've done it many times.
And if you do it right, you shouldn't have to. So you got to figure out where the spot is for the next one to come in. There it is, way over there. So that's 90 degrees.
All right, I'm gonna go. I gotta get up early.
I don't.
I know. I wish I didn't either.
But maybe I'll go to bed before 10 o'clock.
Shit.
That was AM.
Right.
And I was up until 12:30. Had a bunch of parts I had to order in the morning back east. Okay, this does not want to come out. So you don't have the leverage you need to do this.
Those bolts are what, 2 inches long? They should only be about 3/4 bolts. 3/4.
These ones?
Yeah, no,
No.
yeah, the bolts you're pulling off.
There
They
aren't
should
any.
be about 3/4.
Yeah, that's about all they are. They're just high enough you can slide the cover out.
Yeah.
They're just enough. This one's tight.
I had to pull them barrels off because that base gasket was leaking.
Yeah,
Pain in the ass.
we're doing this for exhaust stud.
Oh, that's painful. It broke off.
Yeah, he got the manhandling it too much.
That's the worst thing. That's a mechanic's biggest nightmare is a freaking broken bolt. I watched so many videos on these guys on exhaust bolts.
Mm-hmm.
They heat them up, right? With a stick welder. They get in there and and just go zzz, and they heat up that bolt, the exhaust bolt, so it's glowing red. And what it does, it makes the rust between the threads of whatever workpiece he has in the bolt, it crumbles like baby powder. The rust, it gets so freaking hot. The rust just becomes like baby powder, and the bolt will loosen up. It's amazing. I watch a lot of videos of these guys that do that
Right.
for a living. You know, they'll do 4 or 5 exhaust bolts on the cylinder heads, you know, where the guy brings it in and says, hey, I got cash, I need to have this done. And the guy says, no problem. Gets his stick welder out, just buries it right into the stud. And then they weld a nut on the end of it.
Right.
If there's enough protruding out, there's enough old bolt sticking out.
Yeah.
They get a nut and they put it right on the end, and then they weld it on there. And it gets so hot that it makes the rust turn into powder, like dust. And then when it cools down, they grab it and they can turn it.
Nice.
And it will actually unscrew. And it's like a miracle.
Bolt here is right up. It's got like one thread holding it in.
One thread.
That's all it is. See, this one's loose back here.
Right.
I thought it was loose. So it looks like we're going to have to drop the motor a little bit to get it out. It's just not high enough to unscrew. Oh well. I don't like dicking around these things. Oh well. I'm going to have to dick around with it.
More time. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here.
All right.
And what else did I want to buy?
A brand new FXR?
No. You know that gear that you sold me made a huge difference.
I don't know which gear I sold you.
Well, you sold me a counter sprocket for the FXR.
Oh, the gearing change?
The counter sprocket for the chain. I mean, for the belt drive. And it's 34. What did we have? We had a 32 tooth?
Yeah, 32. The two teeth made a big difference, doesn't it?
Huge difference.
Like
No, I mean, the engine is now, it's not screaming going 80 miles an hour, going out to Arizona in fifth gear,
Yeah, but you could have bought a 6-speed instead of spending $60 for a Crockett.
Oh, I know. They have this freaking gear that they can put into one of these transmissions.
Yeah, I know. 6-speed. You can buy a gear set or you can buy a one pulley.
Yeah, I bought the pulley. But here's the thing. Here's my new dilemma.
You going too fast? Get speeding tickets?
No. driving from Descansel, the back way, coming down Lions Valley and everything, I've missed 3 times. 2 weeks ago it happened to me, and twice it happened to me, the transmission, Saturday. What happens is, when you shift it, when you downshift from 4th gear to 3rd gear, on a 97, it's an Evolution engine, 97. Okay, it's 80 inch. When you downshift from 4th gear to 3rd gear, it goes in between the gears, and you don't know where you're at. So what I've learned, it's happened to me at least 30 times. So what I do is I shift up.
Sounds like it's time to fix your shifter.
I shift up, and it goes into 3rd gear. But if I shift down, it goes into 2nd and locks the back tire. So it's between 4th and 3rd gears where the problem is. Now, I talked to the guy at Performance Chopper, El Cajon, and he said, I can rebuild that tranny, but you're going to have the same problem. They all do that. They all do that between downshifting from 4th to 3rd. Once in a blue moon, it'll do that. And I'm thinking, Tatro, he can do something for me. I have an airlift. I can pull that transmission out and bring it in. Is that something you can cure?
It's called fixing the damn thing. Your shifter mechanism's getting worn out, or your dogs or something.
It's got 54,000 on it.
Or the eccentric adjustment is off a little bit. So these are new style crappy plastic looking seals. Instead of good rubber ones that I like.
So you suggest I pull the transmission out and bring it down?
Oh, we got black goo on that thing. Yeah. Looks like I put sealer in there or something.
Right. Yeah, 'cause this one.
Yeah. It's not powder coat on this side, so I don't know what the hell that is.
Kind of like crystallized too.
Yeah, it's something hard. It's kind of junk. Damn powder coat. No, you have to have the whole train together to adjust the shifter.
The shifter paw, I think you call it a
Yeah.
paw.
Yep. Has to be assembled. You can go in there and look at the dogs and the forks and do all that. The forks have to come out to pull the gear set out. But you just have to look in things and see what looks like it's all torn up and what's not. And adjusted, but if the shifting is wrong in one direction, it's probably overcompensating that way. You gotta move it the other direction. That's why it has an eccentric on it.
Right, I know. I've seen videos on that.
So if you can upshift, you can't downshift. You're overshifting it or undershifting it, whichever way it is.
So between fourth and third, it drops down to between third and second. It bypasses third gear completely, and it's between third and second. Because if I upshift, it goes into third gear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it sounds like it's out of adjustment. Somehow it looks like it's got powder coat on the inside. I wonder if powder ran down the hole off the bottom a little
All
bit.
right, I'm ready to go. I get to eat something and then take a shower.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll be back.
we'll catch you later.
All right, nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Okay.
I don't know what that is. See, it's all black. It's like it's burnt, but I think it's powder just
Right.
oozed
Okay.
down the hole. Because they didn't powder coat this side, they powder coated the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And powder coat is just a poly type material that it melts when you heat it up.
Right.
And that's why it flows. I don't know why my knife's always dull.
Scraping exhaust pipes, scraping.
Yeah, whatever needs to be done.
Yeah,
It's a tool.
exactly.
I can't believe how many people do not have knives, don't carry knives. It's just stupid. It's one of the most useful things you can have in your pocket. All right.
You can see all that crap dropping out.
This is all the powder up on this side too. Yeah, I don't know why my knife's stolen. I have no idea. You have to run a reamer through the holes.
Mm-hmm.
See, I always cut the damn powder away so you don't have a nice smooth surface. Because you can see when it heats up, it melts and moves around. And it allows the things to leak. The seal can't seal against this shit.
Right.
That's why you want to get rid of all the powder when you do. When you put it in there. They don't tape it, so... You know, you gotta cut
Yeah, but
it.
easy just to tape it.
We can spot face it with a cutter and get some of it out. How much of that's up on here? That's oil. But you can see they got Loctite or something inside this thread in there too. Got something in there. This motor looks like it's got stock valve springs too. They look kind of brown just like that other stuff. So what's up with that? All right, I'm gonna go work on this. We'll be back.